Welcome on everybody, it's the Island Girl and I'm back with another reaction video for you today. And today I'm reacting to British People Will Defend You. Alright, and I'm getting this one from Chef. I don't want to spoil his name. So please go over and show him some love. The link will be in the description below. Tell him the Island Girl sent you. Alright? So this one caught my eye. I'm like, British people will defend you. Well, I know you guys are defenders. You don't play. If not provoked, you're fine. But when provoked, or you don't play. But I don't know where this title is heading. So, British people defend you. How far will you go defending somebody? How far will you go to the butt for somebody? All right? So, let me know in the comment section. So if you're new here, please hit the like and hit the subscribe to all my regular schmegglers day one to the post. Thank you for always being here with your girl. We're going to see what Chef has to say. All right? But before we do, there's a join button on my channel. If you wish to support the channel in another way, please hit that join button and you will see all the perks that is offered. All right? I hope to have you guys on board. Here we go.
So British people will defend you,
Okay.
even if they don't know you. I'm making this video because when I came to England, right, I had to take a taxi from the train station to my Airbnb.
Oh, okay.
From the train station to my Airbnb took about 15 minutes.
Yeah, so it's not that
16
far.
minutes tops. So I took a taxi. I was told to take a taxi as soon as I arrived. And then basically just tell them exactly the address and then, to go to my Airbnb host, my Airbnb where I was going to be for almost a month.
Okay.
Right? So the guy plugged in the address. We're having a conversation. We are chatting and stuff. Everything's going great. I was like just so happy to be here. And I was super exhausted because that was a very, very long trip. I was actually traveling from, I came from Virginia, United States. So
oh, yeah, that's
long trip. I wanted to just be on my bed at the Airbnb.
Yeah, he's tired, It's just long, maybe jet lagged or headache, because that's how I am when I take long trips, long trips. I just want to lay down for a little and rest up because I don't not normally sleep on the airplane because my kids are with me and I have to just stay alert at all times. So I can understand where he's coming from.
Just chill. So when I arrived to the Airbnb address, the guy said it's going to be 60 quid, which now I know that means 60 pounds because when he kept saying 60 quid, I didn't really know what that meant. And I was like, you mean pounds? And he's like, yeah, 60 pounds. So
60 pounds for a 15 to 16 minute ride? Hold on, let me back that up 5 seconds more.
60 quid. I didn't really know what that meant. And I was like, you mean pounds? And he's like, yeah, 60 pounds. So anyways.
60 pounds for a 15-minute ride. That is highway robbery. That is messed up. Quid. I didn't know you guys call it quid. Quid. So if it was me, I had no clue what he was saying. But when he said pound, I figure he's saying the same thing. But that's a lot. I guess because that's highway robbery. Because if I'm telling you I'm coming in, maybe he said, okay, but who am I? I wouldn't know any better too if he tells me 60 quid or 60 pounds. I'm not going to argue, but in my head, I'm going to say, that is doggone expensive for a 15 to 16 minute ride. That's messed up,
So I paid the 60 pounds. And while I was paying the guy with my card, the Airbnb host came to the driveway and she welcomed me. And, we say hi to each other, hello, all that stuff. And then she curiously asked, so how much was the taxi? And I told her it was 60 pounds. So by the time I answered her, the guy was already taking off.
Okay.
When I tell you this woman was so pissed,
wow.
She was just so mad that the guy charged me 60 pounds from this train station to the location for the Airbnb because it was.
Wow. Because I'm assuming that it shouldn't at least 15 minutes ride. About maybe 20, 25 pounds. 25 pounds even too much. This because it's not that far. 15 minutes ride is not really far, guys. So maybe 15 or 18 to 20 pounds roughly from train station to where he's going. She was living because she knew he robbed him. She knew he robbed him because he's an American. He don't know no better. So he's like, okay, I can pull a fast one now. Can you imagine 60 quid, 60 pounds for a 15-minute ride? So basically, if he gets all people that he can rob like that, he making up to 60, 15, 4, 6 is 24. 240 pounds in a 1 hour? No, that's messed up. That's messed up.
It was only 15 minutes. And
Yeah.
she was just so pissed about it. She was like, I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna write him a letter. Do you have the card? Do you have this information? All that stuff. And that's all. Yeah, he gave me his card because I was like, if I want to get around, I can actually contact him because I was
Oh,
chatting with him and well, I felt like we had a really good discussion,
wow.
conversations, throughout the ride to the
Yeah.
Airbnb location.
Messed up,
So I
man.
was like, you know what, I'm tired. Like, it's okay, no worries. I guess I will never call him to get a ride from him anymore or whatever. So then we go in, I guess settle, all that stuff, right? And then she came back and she was like, out of curiosity, do you have his card, the taxi man's business card? I said, yeah, it's right here. She said, well, I'm just gonna keep in mind to make sure that if any guest that comes to my Airbnb to make sure they avoid this taxi man.
That's nice of her. That's nice of her considering, she doesn't know him from anywhere. He's just booking her establishment for his stay, and that's amazing that she's looking out for him, you know, because she know he robbed him. She know he got robbed because that is so unfair. People can be so dishonest because look, he's saying, listen, I'm driving along. We're having a good conversation. And I'm like, okay, since I'm going to be here for a little while to get around from point A to point B, maybe I can use him since that he felt comfortable having the conversation with the driver on the way to where he was going. Damn, I tell you, people can be dishonest for some money, you see,
I
man.
said, okay. The next day, she calls that number and then she goes off on them. She go
Wow.
off and she was talking about how you should be ashamed of yourself. That's a disgrace. Why would you charge this gentleman 60 quid for just 15 minutes, which is absolutely ridiculous. Because it normally cost about she said like 20, at least 20 pounds because that was a private taxi. Like
Okay.
maybe 30 pounds, but 60 was like crazy because it was a private taxi.
Okay. So
And
30. Okay.
yeah, she just went off, and she was defending me, saying that that wasn't okay. Why would you charge him that? And she felt like she felt like because I wasn't from
Yeah.
here, from England,
Yeah.
that the guy took advantage of me. It was
Mhm.
like, I'm just gonna charge 60 quid. So as soon as she asked me how much was my travel, how much was the ride here, that's why it kind of took off quickly because maybe you realized that, oh wait, she
Yeah.
didn't
She's
realize that
gonna.
I can like I could have basically, messed up here. So that's why he
Yeah.
left so quickly. But I'm saying this just to say that, she didn't have to do that.
That's
Because
true.
I mean, it wasn't her money; it was my money, right? It was
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
money that I actually spent, and I was like, that's okay.
See, I love that. I love that she got on him for being that taxi driver for being dishonest. I love that. And that's amazing when you see people stand up for you that way. Like he said, it wasn't her money and he's already spending money to also stay with her in the Airbnb. But she overlooked all of that. She was so hurt by the fact that he got overcharged that she went ahead and did that. That's amazing. Guys, that's also when people ride for you without even knowing you. That's good. I like that. When people will go above and beyond to say, listen, you came here, because you know he came here to want that experience and then to be taken advantage of. That is just wrong. And it's like not all of us are like that. We'll ride for you. We'll make sure that you're okay. You come here, you got that good experience. And I love her for that. I love British people on a whole. You guys are amazing. Yeah.
But she literally slept on it, and then the next day it was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna call them. They're gonna hear from me because
Yeah.
that wasn't okay.
I love that.
So that's just another story of how you know British people are nice people.
Yeah.
At least so far, my experience with everything that's been going on here since I moved here from the U.S. Like everybody's been like super amazing to me,
I'm
and
happy.
to this day, my Airbnb host, we're such good friends now. She met my wife, my kid. We actually saw them last weekend.
Aww.
Yeah, she's such great people. But yeah, she defended me. Yeah, she defended me
I
against
love
that
that.
person, and but yeah, that was it.
I love that. I love the fact that she went above and beyond to let him know that, listen, we don't behave like that. That was so wrong of the taxi man to do that to him, you know? And like I said earlier, more than likely he's saying, oh, it's a tourist. I'll pull a fast one on him. And but there again, he give him his cards. He's stupid. He's stupid and greedy. Because you're giving somebody your card to even have to take that person from place to place, and you're charging them so much and being what you call it, dishonest, but at the same time you're giving them your card. So I think he would have veil over his eyes and listen, I'll charge you as much as I can and keep going for the time that you're here, or that was so messed up though. But I love the fact that she slept, she was uneasy, she slept on it and said, listen, nah, this is wrong. So can you imagine? That man will never get another business from anybody that comes into contact with her. You see how people you, you see the consequences of your action when you do something that is not right, the ripple effect. Yeah, love her for taking care of him and riding for him. But yeah, I love this video. It just shows you that there are amazing people out there wherever you go, man. I like this video. You see me smiling? I love you guys. You're my regular schmeglers day one city by city pools. You never rub me wrong. You're just awesome people. It's just honest and amazing people are still in the world. Be good, be kind, be safe, love each other, and I'll definitely catch you guys in another video. Hope you guys enjoy this one. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comment section. Love you guys. Bye.